Hi everybody, Lori Marie here, mixed media artist in Vallejo, California. I've had a very busy art day. The sun is just starting to set and I am finally in my studio. And I need a new book. I need to start a new book. So I was just on my way back from running an errand and somebody had some free books out. So guess what? I have a brand new book to start playing and my others have been sent off to Stampington. So I will keep you posted on that. We're going to do the suspended heart today, which I'm very excited about. I will show you that when we get on the table. But first, I have some happy mail to share with you. So see you on the table. All right, here's one happy mail. It says, I'm okay with that, which is something that I say on my videos. I'm okay with that. And this says, Lori Marie, hope that you enjoy the rusty underpants. Warm regards, Charlene. And the envelope that she sent is rusted and it looks like it has, I like to call them coffee rings. I'm sure she did that with a special little something something. So that's the envelope that I got. And look at these underpants. Oh my goodness. Yep. They are gorgeous. Oh, won't those be fun to play with? So those are my rusty underpants from Charlene. Thank you, Charlene. I appreciate that a lot. Next, there's quite a bit here. This is some happy mail. Oh my goodness, there's even more in here. From my pal, Rosanna. Here's the box that she sent everything in. Oh my gosh, this could take a whole video going through all of this. Look at this, the way she's decorated this. Stabilo. I love Stabilo. And the other side is just as attractive, but it has our addresses on it. So I'm not going to show that to you. All right. So she has sent me oh my goodness, all kinds of goodies. Oh, transparent bag. Love that for pockets. Look at these fun images. Wow, wow, wow. She sent a bunch of wallpaper borders. Aren't those fun? That's one, and then there's another one a little bit further down. She sent me a clear envelope in hopes that I would organize my underpants. And she knows that I always need beads and bangles for my books because I am not so good about that. Ooh, this is a necklace. Oh, oh my gosh, it is. It's a full-on necklace. That's beautiful. Here's a map that she sent with Jenkins, Georgia. Jenkins, Georgia. Who ever heard of such a thing? Look at these belt bangles. Oh, those will be fun someplace. Oh my goodness. Here's a bag full of goodies. I'll go through that. Oh, and some washi tape. Some fun little tulle and lace. And this. Look at all this fabric that she ripped up for me. I even got to see the blister that she got from ripping these things. My favorite! This is the other border. Very fun. I think I've got everything out of the box. Yep. Don't want to miss anything. All right, that's my happy mail. All right, this is the project that we're going to start today. All right, this is going to take you a couple of days. There's a lot of steps, but this is the suspended heart in my brand new book, my brand new old book. Isn't that gorgeous? I'll put a paper towel behind it so you can see it a little bit better. Beautiful. Lots of steps, lots of time, lots of playtime. You can doodle in here with your white pen. Look at me, never done. Yeah, a white doodle pen in there would be nice. That will happen later. All right, let's go through the supplies together. And as usual, it's not in any order. So we're going to use some texture paste. This is now my gesso container because I spilled my gesso in the back of my car, which was not fun. Some twine or string, strong string will work. Our palette knife. Some kind of something to put into the heart. These are some charms that I had made. I'll put this one in. This one's going to be kind of wonky like that. This one is a straight charm like this. I have a piece of screen that I found. I could put this on a heart. These are my choices here. We shall see when we get there. We're going to use a piece of that rusty underpants today. A stencil. Your book, my brand new book. Pretty good shape. Look at there. I don't know. Not used to that. Some scraps. Scrapbook paper scraps. Some corrugated cardboard. Some watercolor. Your Mod Podge. Your brush. Your Stabilo. And anything else that we think of on the way. All right, let's get started. So when I prepare this book to alter, I will find the center of a signature and I will take out both sides of that. Can you see how they're connected by that string? So I'm going to take that page out. Okay, here's another center section. Can you see how that is held together by that string, so I can take both sides out? Kind of a fun image there. We'll hang on to that, huh? Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I have a couple pages removed over here, and then those center pieces here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these two pages together and these two pages together. So we're going to create a 2-page spread. So 2 pages together here and 2 pages together here with Mod Podge. You want a fair amount of Mod Podge because of course you want it to stick well, but you don't want it so soupy that it takes forever to dry and it's real wrinkly. Can we get this a little bit better there, please? So I'll put Mod Podge there, and then what I do is I close that book. And smooth that out. So there's one side of my 2-page spread. Right here, 2 pages glued together. And I will do the same side. Same thing on this side. Alright, I just put the loose pages in here between the 2-page spread. These 2 are glued together, these 2 are glued together. I'm just going to put those there to protect that. And then what I'm going to start doing here is I'm just going to start gluing some of the scrap paper down on this page, the front of the first pages that we glued together. This is just a fun background, of course. Just looking for some color and texture. So we'll just go through that page and put some scrapbook pieces down. Just don't think about it. Just do it. This does not deserve a lot of thought, that's for sure. I have a neighbor that's doing some reconstruction. You'll feel some pounding going on. You might hear it, but I think you'll probably feel it too. So just go down your page and put some scrapbook pieces of paper on there. Just wiggledy-piggledy. We are going to be working one page at a time. We'll work on this page, then we'll work on the heart, and then we will work on the next page. So next we're going to bring in our stencil and our texture paste. Our texture paste that smells like baby powder. And we're just going to go in and add some more texture. So whatever stencil you're using, just go ahead and apply some texture paste to that all over the entire page, or as close as you can with your stencil. And then lift your stencil up carefully. Oh, I feel like it's sticking to the page. There we go. Got some more texture there. I'm okay with that. That's fun already, huh? This is that extra page that I have in there. I'm going to set this aside to let this dry, which brings me to our heart. All right, how big do we want the heart? Let's bring that back in and take a little peek. About that big, about that wide. Okay. I don't like my hearts to be a Hallmark heart. Kind of like them pointy and tall. Kind of one side higher than the other. Kind of a thing going on. That's fun. So if this is our heart and we bring that picture back in, that'll be kind of fun. Yep, I like that. That's going to work just fine. So what you're going to do with your corrugated cardboard is you're going to find the edge and you're just going to tear it off. Some of it will stay on, some of it will come off. Let's just do it organically and accept what it's going to give us there. Very fun. It's good. Tis good. Look at there. Yep. Now this side is going to get those rusty underpants. Nice. So I'm just gonna glue those rusty underpants down on this side. Oh, probably upside down. That is not okay with me. Put that down like that. And organically rip that off. There we go. Very nice. think we have to use that there, don't you? Since we have it, let's. And if you don't have rusty underpants, that's okay. You can use some old book text or some scrapbook paper. Doesn't really matter. Just something fun on there. Not too tidy. I don't want too tidy. I'm thinking whitey tidies now. Shame on me. All right. That's good. That's good. We're going to set that aside. I'm going to bring my texture paste back in. And I am going to dry this with my heat gun. All right, this is pretty much dry. I'm going to take a little bit of gesso. Just soften those scrapbook papers just a little bit. Not too much. Okay, this guy's about dry. I'm going to go in and get some juicy watercolor. This is just some watercolor that I've had laying around. Thought I might use it up. And just paint your page. I chose blue, obviously. And we'll let that watercolor dry. This process may take you a couple of days. Be prepared. It's okay to play with the same technique for a couple of days. So I'm going to let that dry by itself for a few minutes. We're going to play with the heart. So I had a couple of things laying on my desk. I think we're going to put those on the back side. Grab my Distress Ink vintage photo. Just going to go along the edge of that image. Darken that a little bit. And then I'm also going to go, oh, I found the word embrace. I'll go on that word as well. So this is the back side of the heart. And we'll grunge this up some too. Looks like a good idea. Hope it's not too dark. There's no sunlight right now at all. Handsome hubby's not home, so I am seizing the moment. Should be folding laundry, but I'm not. All right, so let's see. We will put her in the center there with Mod Podge and that little word. Let's do that. I use the same brush for everything. Just that kind of girl. And we'll put her down. And little embrace. Oh, very sweet. So that's the back of the heart. The front of the heart, if you will remember correctly, is going to have that charm on it. Okay, we'll set that aside. Let's bring our pages back in. See how they're doing. You decide, little heart. We're going to try it. Sandpaper. All right. Go over your whole sheet with that noisy sandpaper. This is pretty gosh darn fun. So let's talk for a minute. So I've got 2 pages going on here. All right. This is just a protection here. And then I have 2 pages glued together here. I'm going to be doing on the back side exactly what I'm doing on the front side, but I can't work on both of them while they're wet. So I'm going to do this side completely, and then this side completely, and then we will cut a hole in this for the heart. Then we will use those pieces for tags someplace in our book. All right, so there is a method to my madness, believe it or not. All right, let's add some yellow. Nice, juicy yellow on top of this glorious blue. Very nice. All right, I'm going to grab that heat stick and dry this. All right, the yellow watercolor is dry, and you got it. We're going to grab the sandpaper and just lightly sand this time. We just want to bring up a little bit of that white background. All right, we're done with this page for now. All right, we will be revisiting it, but for now we are done. So we will go to our other 2-page spread, which is right here. And we will put down some scrapbook paper, and then texture paste, and then gesso, and watercolor, and sand, and watercolor, and sand, and then we will move on to the next step. Okay, so on our second page, we have our scrapbook paper on there. I'm going to bring my stencil in and my texture paste. And I'm just going to fill that stencil with that texture paste. Then after I get my stencil all filled with the texture paste, I will slowly lift the stencil. And we'll have some gorgeous polka dots on this page as well. Sure, if you guys are watching, you get bored, but if you're playing along with me, it's like you need the time. All right, let's see what we've done. Oh, we even got the spare paper. Good for us. Good job, us. All right, I think our yummy texture paste is about dry. So I'm just going to go in here with a little bit of gesso to tone back that background a little bit. And it also gives the watercolor a bite, something to grab onto, rather than just soak into the pages. Lots of drying time on this project, huh? I know. I know. And here we go, drying it again. All right, let you in on a little bit of drying time. Noisy, noisy. But I don't want you to get lost either. Okay, back to our juicy watercolor now. We used blue for the first layer, so we're going to do that again. And to make the watercolor juicy, we just spin it and spin it and spin it until we get as much color there as we can possibly get. And then we're going to paint it. It's funny because with the watercolor you do not want too much water. Now that's crazy. But the more water you have, the lighter the color. And I like it nice and juicy. Alright, it's dry, but it's warm from the heat stick, so let that cool off before you take your sandpaper to it, or it'll dig up your texture paste. So give that just a minute to cool down, and then we will take our sandpaper to that. Oh, listen to that. Delicious. Should we peek at the other one? Oh, let's. So nice. All right, back to this one. Cool enough? Perhaps. Let's see. So we'll go in there and sand. I may have sanded this side more than the other side, but you know what? I'm okay with that. That is just fine in my book. Now we're going to go in with some yellow, just like we did on the other side. You guys still with me? I know. I know. It'll be worth it. So I'm just adding some of the yellow watercolor paint, watercolors, watercolor paints. You got it. Let's dry it. All right, it's dry. It's warm. We're going to let that cool off before we take the final sandpaper to that. We're going to save this for something else, don't you think? I do. We're going to set this aside and let this cool. We are going to bring our heart back in, okay? Let's talk about that. All right, here's our yummy heart. I'm going to take that Distress ink and I'm just going to hit the edge of that. And then also some of the corrugated part. And the Distress ink I can kind of smudge with my fingers. And I do like that. And basically what we're going to do is we are going to tie or lace this charm, we'll call it a charm, onto this heart. and then we are going to tie it into our book. So if I look at the heart, I'm thinking holes here and here and here. I think so. And I'm going to use my Japanese hole punch so that I can see what I'm doing. I have the cardboard here to protect everything. All right, so I'm going to go in, make some shadows here, and I'm going to punch a hole there, there, and there. And I'm going to turn the heart around, and let's go up here, and here, and here. Now those probably did not go all the way through, which is fine. I'll go back in with the charm knot there, and I will just make sure that those holes are all the way through. All right, as I'm looking at it, I believe it needs one more hole here. All right, so let's punch one more hole there. It's very close to the edge, but we're gonna go for it. There's our charm. Now I'm going to take a piece of this, we'll call it twine, kind of a thin twine. I'm just, can you see how long that is? Only because I don't know how much I'm going to use. And I'm going to start at the bottom here, put it through on both sides, and then I'm going to lace it like a shoe. So I'll put it through here. That end is not very friendly, is it? You're out of here. Okay. Lace that there. Lace that there. We do want a crisscross effect. Like that. And back up through here. This guy's here. Is that true? Now we have another hole there because we popped it. And there we go. Here. Looks like we're going to need one more hole up here. We can do that. And we popped another hole up here. Now we need to tighten it really well. So that it keeps that charm in place, okay? There we go. Do we need that up higher? Yeah, we do. Looks fun on her too. Yes, it does. All right, did we tear through the hole? Where's this guy? That's all right. Look at there. It is just fine. So on this side, we are going to tie a square knot. Ta-da! Pretty darn fun. Pretty darn fun. So we are going to need a hole here and a hole here for suspending it in our book. So let's go ahead and pop a hole in that bottom of the heart and in the top. Oh, I'm happy with that. Okay, let's set you aside, although I want to keep on looking at you. Let's bring our book back. We'll do a final sanding on this. I found some different sandpaper. Let's do a final sanding on that. All right, it is sanded. Final sanding on this side. Final sanding on this side. And now it's going to get crazy. So here's our heart that we are going to suspend in our book. And how big do we want the hole? If you make the hole too big, it does weaken the page quite a bit. So we want to leave as much page as possible. So here, maybe about here. Let's try it. Yeah, that's big enough. From top to bottom. And from side to side, let's go about right here, shall we? Let's see. I think we can go a little smaller top to bottom. Let's do it. You'll notice the precise squareness of that. That's okay. I'm okay with that. All right, that's going to be about the size of the hole in our page. Where should we put it? About right there? I think so. I think so. Right, I'm just going to mark that with a pen. Do we have a pen? Yes. Then I'm going to put something here. Go. Now I can cut that lower page. And that page is about ready to come out of there. Beautiful. Isn't that fun? Now we're going to grab the heart. All right, we're bringing the heart back in. This is the back of the heart, and this is the front of the heart, and that's how it's going to be suspended. But with the way that this book is, it likes to lay this way better, so we're just going to let that happen. I'm going to grab some more of that twine. We need some for the bottom and for the two top pieces. So let's see. Let's go about that big for the bottom. What we're going to do is come through like that. And then for the top, let's go about the same. You guys having fun yet? I am. Alright, I'm going to put that through that top one and through that top one. And I'm just going to tie off each one. With a square knot. Alright, I have a square knot here, here, and here. I'm going to bring that protective sheet back in, stick it there behind that, so I have both of my pages there, and I'm going to put Mod Podge all around there. Grabbed some clips because we will need those. Oh, my tummy is just growling. I don't know if you can hear that or not. That's pretty funny. All right. Nice and juicy with the Mod Podge because we're going to really rely on that to seal up some pages. Put our heart in here. Bring those strings down. And strings up. And strings up. Could use another pair of hands. Don't want those in there. Now we're going to bring this page over. Make sure and catch those strings down there. Make sure and catch these strings up here. Push it down quite well. And then I'm going to add some clips to make sure and hold those pages together. Look at there. Yum-malicious. All right, I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to come in with my Stabilo and some more Distress ink, and we will make those pages flow a little bit better. But that's pretty divine, don't you think? So far, so divine. All right, I'm gonna go to bed. I'll see you guys in the morning and we'll finish this off. Oh, should we flip it back? Let's look at it. Oh. And, oh. These pages will become stiff, of course, because of the Mod Podge. All right, I'm done playing. Good night. See ya in the morning at dark o'clock. Good morning. Dark o'clock here in Vallejo, California. So excited to revisit our suspended heart this morning. So I'm just going to take the clips off. Pretty gorgeous. Pretty gorgeous. All right, I'm going to take that vintage photo distress ink and I'm just going to run some around the pages a little bit. We've already done our yoga, had some coffee. Handsome hubby is off to work. Do this to both sides, both pages, this side and this side. I'm going to flip this over and do it to the other side. Picking up some nice texture in there. Oh, gorgeous. Now I'm going to grab my Stabilo and just go along the edges with my Stabilo. Darken the frame area and the edges area. Around both pages. Picking up some more fun texture. Right, I'll do it around all the edges here and all the edges there. This is really gorgeous. I'm going to go into the photo a little bit around the word. Grunge that up a little bit. Very tidy and neat, as you know me to be. Ha ha. Alright, I'm going to open the page and go on the inside between the two pages. Darken that white edge. Okay, I'd like to see a little bit more depth around the edges. So I'm bringing in my watercolor brush. It's a Jane Davenport watercolor brush. And I'm just going around the edges with that. Almost looks like leather. It's beautiful. I'll do that around the edge of the page. And this will be great to doodle on probably with the white pen, huh? Since this is nice and dark. It is yummy. Not quite ready to put that supply down yet. There we go. Just grunging it up. Just play, 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 ladies and gents. just play, play, play. Play till you're done playing. And I've already outlined this one with the watercolor. Let's do a little bit more on this heart. Alright, I'm going to put that paper towel behind there. There it is, the suspended heart. Oh, let's grunge those strings up a little bit with what's left on my fingers. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. There we go. And you can put beads on the bottom here. If you would like something like that, leave longer strings on the top. If you want to put beads up there, you can put beads between the heart and the frame. Great job. It's a 2-day project. Go create, go play, go have fun.